Welcome back to our Vegas Aces YouTube channel. My name is Angela Marie and I'll be your host for today. In this video, we'll be discussing the psychology of gambling. But before we get started, I just want to remind you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you'll always be notified of our latest videos and live streams. If you're brand new to this channel and this is your first time here, thank you. Vegas Aces was created as a way to help people learn how to play and deal table games. As a way to give back to our community, we offer a free dealing trade school where we help place dealers at no cost. Vegas Aces has evolved to a marketing business that helps table game inventors bring their ideas to fruition and assist in placing their new games into a casino. Now, on with the show. Now today, we're going to dive into some very interesting aspects to the psychology behind gambling. As a fan of Vegas Aces, chances are you've asked yourself or been asked some of these questions. Why is it sometimes so hard to step away from a slot machine or a table game, even if I'm losing? Why am I always one symbol away from hitting the jackpot? Why does that slot machine blink and sing after almost every hand, yet I'm still not ahead? You're not alone. Behind these questions lie the psychological sciences the casinos use to attack our wallets, and today I'm going to unveil 3 psychological tricks for you. The first trick, variable interval reinforcement schedule, sometimes called variable ratio schedule of reinforcement. Say that one 10 times fast. Now, if you ever took an introductory psychology course, you've likely heard of Professor B.F. Skinner. He was a psychologist and behaviorist who looked at how behavioral responses were established and strengthened by different schedules of reinforcement. For instance, a rat in a cage trained to press a lever to earn a food pellet or reward might realize that it gets 1 food pellet for every 3 presses. This is an example of a fixed interval reinforcement schedule. A variable ratio reinforcement schedule, however, is one that some reward is given after an unpredictable number of actions. In the same rat experiment from above, researchers would randomize the intervals between each reward, so the rat couldn't possibly know how many presses of the lever are needed for the next food pellet. Sometimes it's 1 press, others it could be 5 or 15. The rat will soon learn that the faster it pushes the lever, the sooner it'll get the next pellet. Now, does that sound eerily familiar? In casinos, slot machines pay off on a variable ratio schedule. That is, after an unpredictable number of tries, the player never knows when the reward will happen, so he keeps hitting the button, just like the rat keeps pressing the lever. This variable ratio reinforcement schedule, compounded with differing size of prizes, is one of the most powerful weapons casinos apply to glue you to your seats. One more finding is that the reaction spurred by variable ratio schedules could extend for a very long time. In the case of our rat, that rat still pushes the lever frequently for an extended period, even after the researchers have long stopped giving pellets. Sounds like how some people I know do their gaming. Now, before we continue, we have a quick word from our sponsor. If you like this video and you want to help support Vegas Aces, then just like in real life, please remember to tip your dealer. And now you can with Super Chat. Super Chat is a way YouTube allows you to show your appreciation by tipping any amount you want. Go on and give it a try. Or you can show your support by becoming a member of our Patreon page. We have different levels and rewards that you can choose from. Any membership level counts, even $1. So become a Patreon member today. Now, on with the show. Now, the second trick we're going to talk about is the almost win or near miss. An almost win or near miss is when the slot machine wheels almost line up for that big jackpot. For nearly 70 years, researchers believe that these near miss events give an extra bump of dopamine to our midbrain. That spiked activity is strong enough to serve as a reward, thus keeping us gambling. Professor Skinner once said, quote, "The almost win is just as rewarding as a win," end quote. Casinos and slot manufacturers know this psychological flaw of ours well, and they spare no efforts in artificially creating these near-miss events in our playing sessions. This is called virtual real mapping, where background programs generate exciting near-miss screens. Some jurisdictions allow virtual real mapping as long as the overall odds are still random and compliant. So if you're playing in one of these jurisdictions and get a screen full of 7s or raging buffaloes, except that second or third column, odds are this is a faked near miss. And in fact, you are not close to a big payout at all. Now, scratch lottery tickets apply this trick too. Designers put more winning symbols on the left side and less on the right, so that when players scratch the tickets, they're more likely to see the winning symbols first until their hopes get dashed at the end with that almost win. The excitement and suspense created are usually enough to propel the player to purchase even more scratch tickets. Now, before we explore the last psychological trick the casinos use, we have a quick word from our sponsors. If you like our videos and you want to help support Vegas Aces, then one of the easiest ways you can do so is by going to vegas-aces.com and clicking on one of our affiliate banners. When you sign up for an account through an affiliate link from our site, we get a small commission. If you ever have any problems or disputes, you can email Heather at heather@vegas-aces.com and she'll help you through it. I can personally vouch that the girl knows what she's doing and she can help with a lot of problems. Now, back to the show. Now, the third trick we're going to discuss is disguises. Now, have you ever gotten confused by the various symbols and fancy features on a slot machine? Or have you noticed that the slot machines are getting increasingly more complicated and the game info tabs pretty much always fail to explain the intricacies no matter how long they are? Well, maybe they're made this way on purpose. Many slots are marketed as penny machines, but they have so many pay lines in each spin which enable or sometimes require players to wager 75, 150, or up to 600 units per spin. Now, this means a player can win on some lines while losing on others, netting less than the original wager. Even when you win, you don't come out ahead, a phenomenon known as losses disguised as wins. Yet, any tiny win comes with the lights and sounds of victory. All of these are acts to create confusion and even illusion that you are winning. There are other forms of intentional confusion. For example, slot machines translate dollars into credits after your bills are accepted. And after a while, it might be tough to know how much you're actually betting and how much money you have left. Casinos also use words like bonus or win very loosely. As mentioned above, a win might actually be a loss, and an exciting bonus might just be a big win on one pay line, which is not enough to compensate for losses on all the other lines you have bet. So that about wraps up the 3 powerful psychological tricks the casinos apply to keep players engaged as long as they can. Hope you enjoy this video and take some of these tricks to help you save and make more money. Let us know in the comments down below if you have any questions or topics you want us to cover. With all that sneakiness, that's going to do it for today's show. Just a quick reminder that Vegas Aces is supported by viewers like you. Your donations make it possible for all of these videos to be brought to you for free. If you think this video is worth more than $0, then please donate the amount you feel it's worth by clicking the link in the description below. Thank you for watching and for sharing this with us today. Please join us for our next video. We have a live stream every Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, this is Angela Marie with Vegas Aces, reminding you that education can change the world. See you next time.